Lockin' people, this one's a thrill ride through the coarse underside of showbiz influence, misdirection, embarrassment, and a ton of filthy cash. I have every one of the elements for a genuine show that would humiliate the best of unscripted television. What happens when Steve Harvey, Shirley Strawberry, and Ernesto Williams, all not in a trap of criminal allegations? The time has finally come to dole the soil lodging you. Absolutely, yet in the court of popular assessment, it don't make any difference. Hey everybody, I'm Leah. And today we discuss an embarrassment that has been snatching every one of the titles this is about. In all honesty, the renowned Steve Harvey being possibly enveloped with the violations of Ernesto Williams, the spouse of his colleague Shirley Strawberry. That's right, you heard it, not too far off, significantly more to this succulent tattle, including new proof recommending that Steve Harvey could have been the brains behind a break plan for Ernesto. And it doesn't stop there. Supposedly, Steve's been attempting to sideline Shirley, expecting to get a greater chomp of their common business pie. Is this simply smoke? Or is there a genuine discharge causing this intensity? Stay close by to figure out more. Shirley Strawberry is something other than a natural voice on the radio. She's a multi-layered power of ability, acting, composition, and illuminating our television screens in some cases when your companions or individuals you love are going through it. And they begin talking in some cases. They simply believe that you should listen. They devote as of late anyway. Her life's been less about honors and more about titles. And not the great kind. The explanation, her significant other Ernesto Williams, who appears to have landed himself in a tough situation. Shirley's no beginner to the spotlight, from her remarkable minutes on the Monique Show to her drawing in contemplations in the Strawberry Letter, and her authentic acting gig in Medea. Those to prison. Shirley's shown she can stand her ground across various media, yet the new activities of her better half Ernesto are creating a fairly sad shaded area over her famous lifetime untruth, and there would have been various impending warrants coming for this situation. I accept Roswell. Let us know today when we check for an update. Ernesto's rundown of supposed bad behaviors is, however extended as it very well might be stunning. He's blamed for avoiding rent being a piece of $1 million trick, and surprisingly, more truly physically taking advantage of minors. Before the 13th, there will be around 15 or more warrants coming as heading serious lawful offenses. Yet not earnest. Those activities are creating a ruckus. The genuine stunner here is the conceivable association of Shirley's chief and co. have Steve Harvey, known for his chucklesome enchant. Harvey is presently associated with concealing Ernesto's messy deeds, with reports twirling of their affectionate companionship. It seems like Steve could have put their security over his expert trustworthiness. This don't make any difference. A man, I don't care a lot what you say. The doubt around Harvey doesn't end. There's discussion of him exceeding all expectations to assist his pal Ernesto evade the law with Knight, offering his stylish cushion in Abu Dhabi as a safe house. A call blocked from jail focuses to a plotted departure with Ernesto, indicating taking asylum in Harvey's manor. A particularly nitty-gritty arrangement could never have been conceived without Harvey's mindfulness. Certainly the springs among insiders proposes that Harvey might have been in on the plot, prepared to assist Ernesto with escaping total with another personality and fashion visa in another nation. Ernesto's reputation, those before him, his rap sheets got extortion and equipped burglary on top of it, creating a horrid shaded area over his personality. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. So his security with Shirley. Yet what's truly rattling in the story is Steve Harvey's thought job in Ernesto's felonious deeds. Her statement on the road proposes that Steve wasn't in that frame of mind about Ernesto's activities, yet he could have played some assistance, all for the sake of companionship. And it's not Ernesto making things happen here. The two chaps appear to have been playing clearly like a fiddle for their own benefit. When Ernesto had his day in court for his bail hearing, that is when things took a much hazier turn. Murmur discusses telephone taps, including Ernesto's supposed side chick, his significant other, and other secret people surfaced. And they were not examining the weather conditions, believe this individual to be a flight hazard. We have prison calls, where he's looking at going to see his sweetheart in Florida. The supposed visit indicated an arrangement to skedaddle from Atlanta to Florida with a side chick with Steve Harvey's Abu Dhabi cushion, hailed as a potential Heidi opening. Have a call where he was talking with his better half about going to remain in her supervisor's home. I will leave out every one of the names here, as Mr. Lewis, Isabel, Steve, and Ernesto's kinship isn't new. They go way back, hell. It was Steve who played Cupid for Shirley and Ernesto in any event. Stepping in to walk Shirley down the passageway when they got hitched, Ernesto even asked about tying the knot to Shirley on Steve's show. Gracious. For those of you listening, a man is strolling in the room. It makes you can't help thinking about how could Steve go to such length to cover for Ernesto? Is everything about brother code unwaveringness? Or is there a cut of the green pie included too? Ernesto's been causing disturbances in the men's restorative scene for more than 20 years at this point with his business Ernesto Cuts. And it's estimated that this effective endeavor might have had an impact in Steve's intentions. Murmurs among insiders and clues from policing that Steve could have something other than a cordial premium in Ernesto's business. It could, in all likelihood, be about Steve and Ernesto being colleagues. Isn't that an unexpected development? The new exhibitions reveal some insight into the unique pieces Steve's aim to protect Ernesto, and how Shirley thought of an incredible $800,000 for bail, all pointing at Steve's abundant resources, and the possible smear on his public persona of a family fellow and passionate Christian. Shirley's been oddly quiet regarding this situation, her lips apparently fixed perhaps under Steve's gathering. In the event that you take a look at her virtual entertainment, it resembles Ernesto never existed, even the video where she blamed him for homegrown maltreatment. Poof, gone. You can't resist the urge to feel for definitely. She's the one caught in this curved circle of drama, threw around by her better half and supervisor Steve. Yet we should rewind a cycle before Ernesto entered the image. Shirley was finding real success. She had more than 25 years of experience in the telecom business, a hit show, and surprisingly, an 8-picture grant-winning book to her name. Yet even with every one of the expert highs, her own life felt a little empty in the adoration division. She settled on a cognizant decision to offer her adoration life some consideration, inclining toward her face and making a few reasonable changes to encounter something, to realize that it's not really great for you, don't you know? I mean, I don't need to hop on the tram train and get hit. She added, I needed a relationship, yet I wasn't investing any energy into it and made no room in my life for a man. I had confidence that God planned to send me a man, yet the thing was I doing. You can't return home consistently and stay there. You need to place yourself in the game. She realized petitions to God alone won't slice it. She needed to take a few actions to find her man. She made a fresh start, changed her eating regimen, hit the rec center, developed her profound association through petitioning God, put time and cash in her looks, and began the excursion of self-esteem. That is when Ernesto, Steve's pal, entered the image, showing revenue in Shirley. Steve being